What's going on, guys? It's me, Sanitary 103. So today's video, I'm going to go over 3 essential tips on healthy traveling, how to try to maintain, a healthy lifestyle while traveling. Now, I'm fortunate enough not to have to travel too much for my job. I did a few years ago go to Las Vegas for some training, but it's very uncommon. I don't travel much. I pretty much stay on site at the hospital. My wife, being in the business sector, will travel a little bit more, but not too often. But there are people out there that travel a lot. Now, this video, these tips I'm going to go over can pertain to not only work travel, but also for vacation. So I would say the first tip that I recommend is to pack some healthy snacks. Now, most airlines, depending on the flight, if it's a long flight, they'll give you a meal. But if it's a short flight, I think the cutoff is like 5 or 6 hours. They'll give you some peanuts or some pretzels, which actually is a pretty good healthy option. But you also want to pack snacks for not only for a long airline, along a flight, but also in between lunch and breakfast and lunch and dinner, because if you don't pack these healthy snacks, there's a good chance you may get too hungry, and if you get too hungry, there's a good chance you're gonna binge more. So I recommend just getting some nuts, seeds, something just lower in carbohydrates. Nuts and seeds, some protein bars you can pack. Just make sure it has a little bit of protein, and to look at the nutritional information, because some nutrition bars, as they advertise, like some Cliff bars, like energy bars, those are just basically, how should I put it, candy bars, but with different packaging and a little bit more protein, but still a lot of sugar. So unless you're going to burn those calories, you don't want those type of Cliff bars. Not to say you don't need those, but for traveling, you're not really doing any endurance type of activity. So I did do some reviews on protein bars. If you're new to the channel, I'll put that playlist in the description box if you want to check out those bars, the ones that I recommend. So yeah, having those packing those snacks will save you the temptation of overeating. The second tip that I recommend is, if you can, try to squeeze in a workout. Now, if you're at a work function, I understand you might be working all day. That can be very challenging depending on what time you have a conference and it ends late. But if you can, try to squeeze in a workout. Most hotels have some type of gym. It might not be the best, it might not be optimal, but you can squeeze in some workouts. If you're on vacation, then you have a little bit more flexibility, because you obviously have a little bit more time. Now, I don't want to be a hypocrite, because I used to work out on vacation, but not anymore. I just got tired of it. And so why would I recommend it to you guys and gals? Well, you obviously don't have to, but I have a very solid foundation. I am very disciplined, and I know that when I get back from vacation, I can get back on track right off the bat. I'm almost itching to get back to working out, eating right. That's for another discussion. So if you're the type that doesn't have a solid foundation, you want to minimize the damage, and your discipline isn't quite there, not hating on you, just saying, then try to squeeze in some type of workout, just anything. Even if you go to the hotel gym and it's only got a couple of treadmills, just do something. If you can't do that, if there isn't a gym, then try to do a decent amount of walking. Even if you're going to go get food late night, if it's only a few blocks and you have the time, instead of taking an Uber, you could save money and you could just walk. Although some companies will give you a stipend for expenses, but nonetheless, just if you can walk, just walk down the street. And third tip, the last tip for healthy travel and healthy living, this is the most essential, and it still comes down to, do you know what I'm going to say? Your diet, the food choices. This is going to make or break you. Even if you work out every day on vacation or on business, if you eat like crap, you're going to look like crap, you're going to feel like crap, and you're going to pay the consequences. Diet is like 90 plus % of the battle. So I don't know if you're vegetarian, vegan, you're omnivore, carnivore, but this pertains to predominantly the meat eaters, but I'm not trying to isolate the vegans and vegetarians, but for the sake of this video, for what I'm familiar with, you want to stick to the fresh vegetables, a lot of green vegetables if possible. A lot of times you go to these business conferences and there's a wide spread of food, and that's a great thing. In terms of temptation, it can be tough, but the more options you have, even though some are going to be more, there's going to be a lot of temptations, by having more options, you can sift through the stuff that you don't want and decipher and choose what you want, as opposed to just, oh, they ordered pizza and you're like, oh crap, what do I do? So try to just stick to a lot of the green vegetables, it's lower in carbohydrates, and then stick to the proteins if you can. I'm a big proponent in this. Just the chicken, if there's some chicken there, some lean meats even. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of pork, but people that do keto and are on low carbohydrate diets, you can get away with a little bit of that because it's going to keep you more feeling full and satiated, and your insulin's not going to be going through the roof. So those are my three healthy tips in general. Oh, and real quick before I leave, I guess I'll include food with drink, the alcohol content. I mean, if you're on vacation, you only live once. Go ahead and you can have a little bit, but you obviously want to limit that a little bit because it's going to be empty calories if you must. The mixed drinks, so the alcohol with the Coke with the added extra sugar, the Mai Tais, old fashions, although I do like old fashions. Anything that has like the drink and sugar beverage with it. Somebody's beeping. Even with the sugared beverage, goddamn, why is it so freaking loud? Even with the sugared beverage, what in the hell is going on? Okay, I really apologize if you made it this far in the video. I'm in my car. It's not me. Sorry. Even with the sugared beverage with alcohol, you're just adding it. So if you must, just have a beer, or if you get the rum and Coke, get it with a Diet Coke or a Coke Zero, or just take it straight. You probably get more effed up though. So anyways, that's my time. Sorry for that distraction. This parking lot's getting kind of crazy. My apologies. Thanks for watching. Comments, questions, always welcome. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.